Good evening. Happy Tuesday. I really appreciate you joining me tonight. I am Julie with Creations by Julie. I normally go live on Tuesday nights at 6:30 and on Friday nights at 6:30. So when you hop on tonight, let us know you're here. Ed's behind the camera and he'll catch comments and questions. And if you're new to my page, be sure and let us know who you are and where you're from, if you don't mind, please, so that I can give you a proper welcome. What he doesn't catch, don't worry about it. We're not ignoring you. I will go back after the live and answer any question you might have and give you a proper welcome. But anyway, tonight, you know,
Karen says hi.
Hi Karen, good to see ya. I hope y'all had a great Easter and kind of got back to normal this week, I think. Our weather here in Texas is still pretty warm. It's about 80 today, I think. But anyway, tonight we're going to go back to Magnolia Designs. If you're new to my page, I'm just going to give you a brief introduction to Magnolia Design Company. If you're not new, then you remember several months ago when I started doing my lives, I explained to you why I chose this company. Tonight we're actually going to be doing and playing with their ink, but you use the same stencils for the chalk paste and the ink. It just depends on what your surface is. Magnolia Design Company is a fairly new company, but they have reusable stencils. They sell surfaces. You don't have to use their surface. You can use anything that you get at Hobby Lobby or Walmart, or Ed cuts a lot of my wood. But the reason there's several reasons I chose them. One, I wanted to be able to do some home decor items for my Etsy shop. Two, I wanted to be, and maybe not in this order, but I wanted to be able to do some signs for my wreaths. Three, I loved them because of all the inspirational transfers that they have. I've put my affiliate link at the top. If you would, go check them out, look at the stencils and everything. Maybe you'll find something you'd like. If you're interested in becoming a creator, by being a creator, you purchase the kit, a one-time purchase, and then you're able to purchase stuff for 35% off the retail, which is a pretty good bid. But starting in April, they actually are going to be sending those that are new a 10% coupon that you add to your 35. And it's good, a one-time use, and it's good for like 60 days. But anyway, if you're interested in becoming a creator, message me and I'll get the information to you and I'll answer any questions you have. But tonight I thought we would use 3 brand new stencils that I just got in, but I want to show you first, especially if you're new. I have this new stencil. It's about a 5x7, and let me open it so I can read it exactly. This is the smallest that they go. And this one doesn't have the little paper. I think you have to cut it. So let me. Get this open. And this is a 5, and I don't want to cut the stencil itself. I guess I should have opened it before the live, but y'all know me. Let me get it going here. This one would be cute on the door of a kid's bathroom. And we're just gonna go down the side with it. These are just real easy to store usually. They normally have, the bigger ones have a little lip right there that comes loose, but I didn't see it on this one, so I can put it back in a different bag. Okay, you know it's live when things don't go right. In fact, it's trying to stick to the back of it. But every stencil that they have also comes with instructions on the back of it. But they have a lot of things on YouTube. If you just search for Magnolia Design Company on YouTube, they have a lot of videos. And did y'all know I was on YouTube? Yeah, believe it or not. You can, if you want to go back and look at any of my older videos, all you have to do is go to YouTube and just do a search for Creations by Gwili, and they should pop up. But this one says, caution, kids bathroom. I have no control in here. You've been warned. But the first thing you want to do on a brand new stencil is they sell the tacky towels. You're really supposed to use this green side, but I kind of like the other side. But you need to fuzz or defuzz the stencil. They're real sticky so that you can use them. And they've even improved, and I believe this is the darker green. They say they've improved their stickiness. I have some that I've used probably 6 or 7 times, and they've lost a lot of the stickiness. But anyway, you just wanted to put it on there a couple of times. And it's more like a transfer because, see, you can see it's not the open like our essential stencils. This is more of a transfer, and you want to push the paste through there. Okay, let me do it one more time because this is brand new. I have never used this stencil. I'm going to put it on this chalkboard to show you how easy it is to take off. And that's what I love about them also. I'm not even going to worry about if I get it on there straight or even because it's just, I've used this chalkboard several times. But normally you would want to put it in the center and make sure it's straight, make sure there's no bubbles, and then just rub it on, rub across your words. Okay, now they have chalk and they have ink, and y'all know I have a lot more colors in the chalk than I do the ink. But you know the difference, but the chalk has a black top, their ink has a white top. So this is a chalkboard, wood, picture frames, you want to use the paste on. Now, I'm showing you this so I can show you how easy it is to make just a seasonal stencil. And if you don't seal it, when you're done with it, you just wash it off. And that's all you have to do, and then you reuse your board. This is really good if you enjoy crafts and you want to show crafts or something. I've used this board several times, and then I just wipe it off. But I want to go ahead and put this on here to show you how easy it comes off. When we get with the ink and stuff, your ink's not as forgiving because you're putting it on cloth. And you have to heat set it to make it washable. When you first get your chalk, it might be a little chalky. It might be a little thick. You really want to take it and stir it, and you want it the consistency of like cake batter, pretty much. All right, so all I'm going to do is take and just put some of this on here. Doesn't take much, and what I don't use, I'm going to take and put right back in the container. Okay, then you use what they call squeegees. They actually come, I've cut a little piece off of this one, but they come probably about this big, and you either use the whole thing or you cut them up. I like to cut them in thirds because there's a lot of the stencils that I use, and I do 2 colors, but then you'll just run it through and push it down, and I'll turn it around in just a second so you can see. Ed, are we close enough?
Yeah, I still got your face.
Oh, I don't want my face. You know, y'all, Ed is bound and determined not to cut my head off, and I'm like, no, put it down here on the what I'm doing. So y'all tell him you don't mind cutting my head off. All right, so you'll just rub it on there, and then you just scrape off your excess. You want to make sure you get it all covered though. And then you just take it and put it back in here. You don't want to waste any of it. Does not take much at all. And then you don't want to just pull from one corner. You want to either pull from the side and have 2 corners, or you could pull from the top. Now you can pull from the middle of the side. Just get it going and pull it up.
Karen says it's a husband thing.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's like, you don't want to cut off your head. And I'm like, yeah, dude. This is not my comfort zone. Okay, you can see where I touched up here, and I got some chalk paste. See, we're not going to worry about that. You just wipe it off. There's a little dot there. but I want to let this dry and then show you how. Now, right now it's wet. If I take my hand and rub across it, it would smear it. But once it dries, it's there. You can rub it, you can do whatever, as long as you don't seal it. Once you seal it, it's there permanently. And we saw last week, remember, I did the placemat, but I used acrylic paint, and that's one difference between the chalk paste and the acrylic paint. I couldn't wipe off that acrylic paint once it had dried, but this will be able to wipe off and clean. So I have a pan of water over here. I'm not going to use my white anymore. One thing you do want to do is get your stencils in water so that the paint, you do not want your paint to dry. Your paste or the ink, either one, to dry on your stencils. Okay, so we're going to move that. Whoops. But I am going to use this again. All right, these others shouldn't be so hard to get open. All right, the next thing we're going to do ink tonight. So I just haven't, and I wanted to do this one, Land of the Free, Home of the Brave. It would have been perfect had I had a red t-shirt, but I didn't have a red t-shirt, so I decided just to use this old blue one. And I've already put, you want to put cardboard or something up and under it, between the two layers for the shirt. Let me get this out where I can stretch this out. And I've already got a sticky pad up and under that. It's from a different company. It's not Magnolia design, but they do have one that you can purchase. And that just makes it easier, because see how flat it put it right there and made it. And this is just an old shirt. I just wanted to show you the inks. I just think it's cool because you can use the same.
Hi from Bear.
Hi.
Nance Blackwood.
Oh, hi. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate y'all coming on. Okay. This is new. So see how this one has a tab here that opens? You just store it back in when you're done. And I'm just going to do this one in white. What I didn't mention a while ago, and I didn't do either, is mark the back of your stencil so that after you wash it, you know what's on the back side. You want to hand me that piece of paper back. You can mark it with a B. I just need this paper. But the real shiny side is where you want to put your stencil. So this was going to be my back. Some of them that come like forward to a page and I cut apart, I actually write what the stencil itself is, but this one I won't need to. So I'm going to do the same thing. Now you only have to do this with new stencils. Because now this wouldn't be as bad with it being on material, but if I was doing this on a glass picture frame, or if I was doing it on wood, it might pull up. If I painted my wood, the stickiness would pull up your paint, and you don't want that. So you just need to defuzz it, or fuzz it, I mean, because you're putting a little bit of fuzz on it. It keeps it from sticking so bad. But since I'm putting it on the shirt, it wouldn't be. And you use the same stencils. Can be used, you can even use it with etching cream. I thought about doing this one in red and white, but then I got to thinking that it wouldn't look right with red and blue stripes since the shirt is blue. They say go about a hand down from the neck and start it down a little. There again, you'd want to make sure it was even. This is just one of my running around shirts, so it's no big deal. I'll just kind of eyeball it, but I believe I want it down a little further than that. And I'm going to use ink on this. Now with your ink, once you do it, to heat set it, all I will do is I will wait and do it tomorrow because I like to let my things dry really well. And then I will take a piece of parchment paper and iron for about 4 minutes on each side of the shirt. And I'm going to use white. And see, this is the ink because it's got the white lid. But the same thing, you want to just, I normally would cover this but I'm not going to tonight. Because like I said, it's just one of my run around shirts. You want to stir your ink. It's just like your paste. But you want to stir it really well first. And I had thought about doing this, just the stars and the lettering white, and then I could do the stripes something else. But for time's sake and all tonight, we're just gonna put it on here. Now, your ink is not as forgiving. If I touch this and I have it on my hands, then it's gonna make a mess. But you can kind of feel the ink it glides a little bit more. But it's so simple, y'all, that a 10-year-old can do it. And what's great, you can use these stencils over and over and over. And it's just really quick. Get a little bit more. By the way, tonight, we didn't draw to start with because we did that Friday night. But for this week, your keyword is going to be Magnolia. And I'll tell you later what your gift is going to be. Facebook is changing things, y'all. Now they're saying that they don't count the likes or anything anymore. They want you to put out heart emojis and stuff like that. They don't want you to say the word S-H-A-R-E, but they want you to do it. So the way you get your name in the kit for my drawing, all right, you want to make sure you have your hands cleaned, is you push that little S-H-A-R-E button down at the bottom, put this on your page for your friends to see, then come back here and use our keyword. And then we probably will draw Friday. Things are a little bit different for next week, and I'll tell you about that later. But that's how you get your name in for my freebies. And I love giving things away, which may not make good business sense, but I just want y'all to have as much fun as I'm having. All right, I'm just gonna pull it off. Okay, and then put it in the water. Sticky side up. All right, I didn't make a mess, and that's good. So let me take this loose and then show it to you. Doesn't look bad all white either. Okay, there you go. See how easy that is? And I mean, kids could do it. I'm actually going to put it on a hanger and let Ed hang it up to dry. Tomorrow I will take it and I will lay it down and I'll put parchment paper over it and I will iron it for 4 minutes. Turn it wrong side out, do the other side the same way. Okay. All right, that was pretty quick. All right, I'm not going to use my white. So I'm going to put it in the pan too. And then I'm going to cover up my white ink, get it all off my hands. Do y'all have any questions? What did I do with my lid? Good idea. Really with the ink, the only thing I've done is a few shirts and a few dish towels. I think I've done a cup or two, but I don't have too many colors of the ink either. And next I wanted to do, this is the size where you get two stencils for one. And it says season everything with love and baked with love. And I thought that would be cool on a dish towel. And I just have this towel that I ordered off of Amazon. I think I got them in several colors. We're gonna do this one in a pretty blue. And if it turns out, that's what our freebie will be. If it doesn't turn out, I'll keep it for myself and give y'all a stencil or something. And I'm going to try to leave that attached. And I know the line in the center is my center. There again, you don't have to have a sticky mat. You can just put it on a piece of cardboard or something like that. You just don't want it bleeding through. The sticky mats are really nice because see how tight that got that? And then it doesn't run and bleed. Let's hope it doesn't run and bleed. Okay, this one's brand new also, so I'm gonna have to do the same thing. Let me move that.
Mark it on the back.
Yep, I gotta mark it on the back. See, certain things that you have to do the first time that you don't have to do after that. I got in a lot of new stencils and I'm real anxious to use them. I've got in some really cool ones that I'm gonna show you Friday night for Mother's Day gifts. But I mean, something like this would be great for Mother's Day gifts. And you order the stencil and you do not have to use their chalk paste. I would recommend it because of the consistency. You can use acrylic paints, but you need to use those that are the thicker body for sure. But you know, just order you a stencil, order one color that you like. All right, this one I'm gonna have to mark both sides because I'm just gonna cut it in half. So it's actually 2 stencils. And I'm gonna do this one, Baked with Love. Cut that a little straighter. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it on there, so put a little fuzz on it so it's not quite as sticky. There again, you wouldn't have to, you only have to do this when they're brand new, or unless you're gonna put it on glass. But there's so many things that you can do with these stencils, and they're just really a lot of fun. I've made a lot of signs for my wreaths, and most of my home decor that I have made and put in my shop has been with Magnolia. And I have a full video where it tells you how to prepare your wood and what you need to do with that. Okay, let me see where I want this now. This would be real pretty to do in 2 colors too, but I just thought the blue was pretty. So I'm gonna try to center it just by looking. If you're real picky, you could measure, but I think that looks pretty good. It's probably not exact. Don't you like my measuring tool? But it's real close. Close enough. That's my favorite saying. Close enough. Okay, I got that marked. We're gonna use this pretty blue. And I had opened this earlier, and because sometimes when you get them and they're brand new, you have to put a little bit of distilled water in them. And this one seemed to me a little thick, so I had added a little bit of water. But you can get a thing of this paste and it will last you forever. I have some kits on my shop if you just want to play with it. I'm working on putting some more in there. Right now I'm waiting on my crosses to come in. But rather than try to do this with a couple of colors, I'm just gonna hope I don't mess it up, because I'm not. You could put paper down the sides. You could put tape. I'm just gonna try to do it a little slower. And not go over my stencil. Past the stencil, I mean. But if you'll remember, the last time I showed you how to do the ink, I had to put paper down on both sides just just in case. This one would have been pretty done in red, but I didn't have any red ink either, I think was the reason too. But this done in red, white, and blue would have been pretty too. You could have done the hearts in red. But I decided, for time's sake and for me not to make a mess, did pretty good. I didn't go outside the stencil. It's a lot of fun to me, I think, just to do it and then the surprise of lifting it up.
You didn't get that many mess ups, do you?
I don't, well, not as many. I'm just really nervous usually when it comes to the ink. The chalk paste, you pretty much can fix your mess ups. All right, the main thing is on this, because it's a white dish towel, I want to make sure I don't, the very first one I did, and I still have it, I use it, I had red on my hands, I think. All right, you're gonna take it and get to the middle. Okay, I see a little bitty spot right there that I missed. Just sometimes they're kind of a rustic look anyway, so it's hard to tell. Let me get this in the water over here. I've just got a dish pan of water sitting here. If I was doing this and I was not on a live, let me turn that around so y'all can see it. There you go.
What was it?
See, if you didn't have my head in there, you could see it better. Okay. This has just a little bit of on the D there. And I actually have some chalk markers. I don't know if I have one this color of blue.
Karen said that's cool.
Yeah, it's really neat and it's fun to do. But this will be our giveaway for this week. Will be this dish towel.
Linda Bracken says hi.
Hi, Brenda. Okay.
Teresa Hughes is on.
Hi, Teresa. I can always depend on y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Facebook is doing some weird and crazy things again. And sometimes I don't even think, the majority of people even see that I'm going live. And I don't send out the texts or anything like that because I don't know how to do it. But, okay. Now we'll let that dry. Same thing with the dish towel. You will take this side of it and you'll heat set it with an iron for about 4 minutes. And then you'll turn it over and do the back side.
Brenda said, receive my stencil and tag. Thank you so much. And I love the color.
Well, you're welcome, Brenda. I'm glad you got it. Okay, now this is dry. See? And that's, y'all, to me, that's what's so cool about this. It's not...
Karen said she got hers.
Good. It's not... Well, it is fun, and you can make a lot of different things, but the fact that it's so versatile that you could do your seasonal stuff. I have used this chalkboard Christmas, Halloween, and then when the season's over, you just take a wet cloth and you wipe it. And then you use the board again for something else. Boy, that looked like we went crooked. And I love that about these. And you don't worry about messing up or making a mistake. Had this bled really bad, I'd have just wiped it off and done it again. Doesn't take much chalk. So anyway, that's it for tonight. I just wanted to do these 2 projects with the inks. I don't feel like I show you the ink as much as I do the chalk paste. But I do have some Mother's Day stencils. I have the stencils for Proverbs 31, and I'm going to show you how you can make some cute gifts with those, and I'll actually have those in my Etsy store. I'm waiting on the cross. I'm going to put together a kit for the Philippians, was it 4, 13 maybe. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm going to put those together in a kit, but I'm waiting on the crosses. And then I have some more that I'm just waiting on chalkboards. And I'm put together some kits for that. But y'all just keep watching my Etsy store. Go to the link that I gave you at the top. Check out Magnolia Designs. See what they're all about. I'd appreciate it if you order from that link, because then I get a little bit of commission, and that's always nice. But that's it. If y'all don't have any questions about the stencils that we used tonight or Magnolia, I keep waiting to see if Ed's going to say anything. He just gotten quieter and quieter, y'all. But our key word is Magnolia. Okay, now one thing I need to tell you, this week I have something I need to do on Friday night to help one of my granddaughters. And so I'm actually going to go live on Thursday night. It'll still be 6:30, but we'll do it Thursday. And then next week, I'm going to go live on Tuesday at 6:30, and then not Friday, because we're leaving Saturday to go out of state. We're going to go to Branson, and so there won't be any lives that next week at all. But then I'll be back, and I'm here all the time. But this will be the first trip we've taken in over a year, so yeah.
Karen said see you Friday, but it's Thursday.
It's
right?
Thursday. This week, it's not going to be Friday. It's going to be Thursday at 6:30. And I will send out a reminder, and put it up on my page. I don't know how many people actually see it, but I'll put it up there. But we're going to be doing Magnolia again. And then I will actually, no, we'll wait till next Tuesday to pick a winner. So to win the dish towel, the keyword is Magnolia. If you're new to my page, you can SHARE as many times as you want to between now and next Tuesday about 3 o'clock. I'll put a stop to it, end it, and then Ed will pick a winner from tonight and Thursday night videos. So, hey Jeannie. So I will see y'all. That 30 minutes, so that's pretty good. I really try to keep my lives between 30 and 45 minutes. I don't like to go an hour or so, because I'm just mindful of your time, and I think a lot of people, their videos just go on way too long, and I know you have better things to do. The replay is always here. Go back and watch it, and I will see y'all Thursday night at 6:30. Bye.